180 runs.
First ODI played here. Yeah. Which is a complete outlier from all the other cricket here. So I've got the list of first innings scores here. 380 for 9, that was Scotland versus Netherlands. End of the over, 6 for 1. 204 for 9, UAE versus Netherlands. 195, Netherlands, Ireland. 163, Ireland, Netherlands. You see they've got progressively harder. 161, UAE versus Scotland. 157, Netherlands versus Ireland. So, yeah, the average first inning score is round about 200, but that's only really because of that 390 that Scotland against Netherlands. So 270. Oh, there's the Nepalese fans. Great to see them. They come in huge numbers wherever Nepal play. Can you imagine ODI in England? How busy that would be. It would be just magnificent. Great to see them. They'll come all across Europe. Huge Nepal contingent. 50 minutes away, of course, in England. Beautiful stuff again from Trumpelman.
Yeah, same tactical approach here from Erasmus. 2 slips in place. First slip and second slip, and then he himself has the leg slip. Want to deploy that short ball.
Oh, runs. Might be the first boundary as well. Clipped away nicely by Sheikh. Just breaks the pressure a fraction.
Yeah, Trumpelman maybe slightly too full. Just slightly. Just makes it easier to tuck away. So a boundary here to get things going for Sheikh. Maybe that'll instill some confidence on Pandey on the other side.
Oh, blimey. What a delivery that is. I think it's cut him in half.
Yeah, lots of effort into that delivery from Trumpelman. So where do you go from here? You just played a confidence shot for a boundary, and then you come back the very next delivery, get cut in half. So it's a good battle here. It's a good matchup between Sheikh and Trumpelman.
Very much a red ball field as well, isn't it? A couple of slips in the gully. It's the bounce you get in European conditions, isn't it? And especially at this time of year where you've got a little bit of moisture around. Heat wave over in England, by the way.
Still?
Yeah, well, it's dropping a little, around about sort of 24 to 26, so it's eased off a little bit.
You can't call 26 degrees.
It was 41 last week. 41 last week. But yeah, the point about European conditions, especially here in the Netherlands, you get a little bit of bounce off a length, especially with the new ball. And it very much feels as if we've got, it's kind of almost feels like, apart from the fact they're not wearing white trousers, it feels like almost the first morning of the test match out there, doesn't it? Against the brand new 4-piece Duke, Dixon. Massive Sheikh, who plays for the Nepal Police Club back in Nepal. The armed forces, of course, the armed police force have a side as well. The army have a side, the army side, and a number of provincial sides as well that are represented here today from Nepal. But that is a good start. 10 for 1 with the ball for Namibia, no question about that. After 4. And it has been hard going. Yeah, look at the crowd coming in. Great to see so many. It's terrific, it really is.
A perfect day too for that. Smith coming back for his third over.
Shades of aggression by Pandey again. Just skipping down the track.
Yeah, it's been in there for quite some time. 15 deliveries, still to open his account. You can sort of see how he's looking for that release short.
Clever. Deft hands, deft touch. Nicely played.
Yeah, he opens his account now with the scorers. Pandey.
Again, just nipping back in from Smith. Temperature's just crept up a little, hasn't it, with the sun coming out from beneath the clouds?
It's 20 degrees now, almost heat wave, huh?
Honestly, you have no idea how hot it is here over in Europe, in the UK especially. Normally it's rainy. Got a hosepipe ban about to come into existence, which is extraordinary considering it rained every day of the winter. That's nicely played. Two sides, aren't they, in League Two? Their 9th meeting today. Played 4 blistering games in the last round, of course. Back in Nepal, back in Kirtipur in Kathmandu. In the air, a fraction, but driven nicely by Sheikh. We'll get back for a couple.
Well, going into this game, Nepal start above Namibia on the table, as both sides are scrapping for some daylight and for some upward mobility and some upward progression. Namibia need all the points that they can get from these next couple of matches to avoid the long route to that 2027 World Cup.
Yeah, it is a long route. Namibia, of course, last time Nepal snuck into 3rd place in League 2, didn't they, to get direct access to the qualifier in the last World Cup competition by winning an extraordinary 11 out of the last 12 games, and dramatic scenes at the TU University ground when they did qualify there. The Manhattans, not really Manhattans, sort of bedsits really, aren't they? 4 being the peak, but it's understandable, I think, in these kind of conditions this early as well.
It is a bowling-friendly venue,
yeah,
to be honest. So it's a good toss to win. Historically, teams that have chased have won the match. And it's a good matchup, really, between these two teams, as you were saying earlier on. As we are halfway through the first power play. A bit of a slowish start, but controlled start here from Nepal.
Will get easier, won't it? With the white ball, it does deteriorate a great deal quicker than a 4-piece red, dark red Duke that you might use in a red ball game. And it is just a question of weathering the storm. You're absolutely right. Yeah, out of the 6 games so far, the 4 sides chasing have all won. Defending a total not straightforward here. I think that's inside edge for starters, nipping down as well. Pandey just indicating as well, just in case that there was bat involved.
He's moving it the way Strumpelman this morning,
yeah,
isn't he? So it makes it slightly difficult for Pandey to get into good positions. As you can see there, he's looking to play the second line because he was expecting that outward movement, and this one just continued with the angle.
Trumpelman is bowling a length here where you kind of still, you're feeling front foot, but probably the best you're going to get is splice, isn't it? It's one of those that just bounces on you. You certainly can't get stuck on the crease, and you've got no real opportunity to get on the back foot either. Very, very heavy length.
Yeah, but how you sort of like navigate this first couple of overs, it's important to make sure that you're playing nice and late and getting into good positions.
Soft hands, isn't it? It's almost a day where in this stage it's like deflecting the ball if you can, squeezing it for a single here and there. And actually the odd ball that they have got, you know, on the pads, they've done quite well with so far, Nepal. And just, you know, don't get preoccupied by the rate of scoring. 50 overs is a long time here, especially at this ground.
And maybe I wouldn't want to take that long scenic route to the home World Cup, because we know that World Cup with Zimbabwe, South Africa, Namibia.
Yeah, I've written it all down, the route, because to take it all on board is very, very complicated. Over the course of this innings, we'll do our best to explain what the routes to the World Cup are for both sides. In the air, just falling short. He's in the air a while as well. No real conviction from Pandey there. Another good over from Trumpelman. Still 13 for 1, 6 overs gone now.
Yeah, just falling short of the debutant, Alexander Forsyank. Did so well to get his body in line there.
Yeah, Namibia in safe 7th place at the moment. A couple of points below Canada. Nepal are in 5th. They've got a 7-point gap between them and Oman. I think Oman have a couple of games in hand as well. So direct entry for both sides via this particular route is looking tough. Well, that's nicely played. Smith just taking evasive cover there. Thought he might be right in the firing line.
I think first time really he's gone a touch too full. Some movement after that shot. So Arnie van Lingen left his first slip. Lofty Eaton comes on as Erasmus is catching on that misdrive. Such a tactical genius, and interesting to watch how he reacts and how he's agile with his tactical plans, Erasmus. And the way he analyzes the players in the game. So after that short ball of Trumpelman, how he inserted himself into being a leg slip, and now sort of like on that misdrive, on that silly meet on.
You've almost got to bob each way in that position that he's in there, because you still, if there's an inside edge onto pad, you're just about, and one that just loops up, you're just about in the frame as well, and then you're there for that push that you don't quite time, you don't quite get there as well. So you kind of, a couple of dismissal options open for him. Where's he going now? Is he? Yeah, he does want him a little tighter, doesn't he? And I think that's a good idea. Always something in your eye line always makes it so much harder psychologically.
And look at that, how he put Lofty Eaton also on a catching mid-wicket. And right in between them,
Yeah.
he's got Frylink. He's got a deep square out, and he's got a third man out. So if Sheikh here is looking for that confidence release shot through the covers, there's that risk of maybe just edging it to funneling it. See how conscious Sheikh has become now. He's playing it a lot later, a lot softer.
I think that anybody that, even a right arm bowler who moves the ball back into the pads, obviously left arm, it's a natural shape for the majority of left armers, but the kind of the uniqueness of positions on the leg side where the ball does go aerially if it doesn't quite there, they're almost as valuable, those positions, as maybe a slip and a gully. Now, for one that's swimming back into the pads, I do think, short mid-on, end of the over, 13 for 1 after 7, but a silly mid-on is, it's a very, it's a massive wicket-taking position. You find mid-wicket is always in the game against somebody swinging it back into the pads. And, of course, then you've almost got cover point as well with the leading edge. Good stuff again from Smith. Very tiny maiden as well.
Yeah, back-to-back maidens, yeah.
Terrific.
Trumpelman and then Smith now. Comfortable on that top of that log of this Men's Cricket World League 2 as USA Scotland.
Oh dear, what happened there? Has that taken the little edge or just beaten him? Outside the off stump from Pandey. Terrific from Trumpelman. He's just cut him in half.
There's some really, really good bowling here from Ruben.
Thinks about taking the pull on. Fairly optimistic off that length.
Yeah, not really sure if that option is on. Ball shape in a way. And you still have that leg slip.
That's driven nicely into the vacant cover region, and rapturous applause from the Nepalese. Up.
That ripple of applause from the fans, it tells you how runs haven't come easy.
Just add a carnival atmosphere, don't they, in every single ground they go to. Nicely played by Pandey. Oh, clever. Might think about getting back for 2. No. Good work down the ground.
It's really not worth it. Yeah, some good work from Jack Brussel. There's always going to be runs in that area. Brussel sitting himself a little too deep.
Well, got in a bit of a tangle there. Why does it hit him? I think just on the shoulder, actually. Otherwise, there would be a concussion protocol. That's nudged that helmet. Often, normally, you'd be There'd be a little bit of a check-up every time the helmet's involved, but maybe it was adjudged the first impact on the shoulder. And again he goes for the big one, does Asif Sheikh. That is wide. Well overhead height. And that's the second for the over as well, so it's going to force a change of length of Trumpelman.
Yeah, constantly on that short ball ploy. But I think this time around, that'll be the last one. As Rasmus moves back. Want to meet off. Oh, goodness me. So good to watch.
Very tidy by Trumpelman. End of the over. 8 overs gone, 17 for 1. Yeah, just to go back to the ground stats here and how hard batting can be, certainly in the first innings. Highest successful chase here is 205 for 5. That was Netherlands versus UAE. And here's an interesting one. The lowest defended total, 195. It's worth bearing that one. Netherlands against Ireland back in 2021. Only the second visit by Nepal to the Netherlands in ICC competition.
It hasn't been an easy start here for Pandey.
Oh, edge! Oh, I think just dropping short. Keeper up and landing safely as they get back for a couple.
Yeah, squared himself up, didn't he? And just in the middle of Van Lingen and Lofty Eaton. A touch short.
Oh. I think it's a drop, isn't it?
I think it felt slightly short because he moved to his side.
Got a hand on it, I think. Tough. Diving away to his right-hand side, really tough. Yeah, they stick, they are absolute worldies, aren't they? Beautiful work. You and I, of course, have been doing the qualifiers, haven't we? Around the globe, the T20 qualifiers for the next World Cup, and here's that chance again. Tough, very tough.
You put that one down.
Oh, it's beautifully played. Rise the bounce as Pandey. Get back for a couple.
Yeah, good work from Trumpelman in the deep. 15, 20 meters across.
Yeah, the point I was going to make is that as soon as keepers start standing up in the qualifiers that you and I have been witnessing, the game just changes, doesn't it?
It was some really good cricket though in Denmark. Back at Swanlom Cricket Club and Kuya Cricket Club. And one just wishes, you know, when teams that are just a notch higher than those teams that were in the qualifiers come to Europe, and there's a bit more room for them to play some cricket against each other.
A big shout Just going down on the angle, that's the impression there. Unmoved. I can't believe it.
Yeah, this would be really interesting to have another look at it. Because you can see the reaction from the Namibians. And usually like that. He was a bit disappointed, JJ Smith. Marginal.
Oh, we've got him! Looks to haul across the line again, does Pandey. And well, Smith gets him this time. 2 down for Nepal with 22 on the board.
That's a very good start here for JJ Smith. That LBW shout didn't go his way. And the very next ball gets one to nip away. Pandey here. Looking to go straight. And playing all around it. Completely misses. And picks up the second one. So that's the second one not to fall for Nepal inside the power play. And all to do JJ Smith. So Pandey has to go. I didn't find it easy to get scoring. He departs 8 from 31.
Well, it just looks a little bit too extravagant, really. I think he's been done, actually, by a very, very good bit of bowling by JJ Smith. I think he must have thought at one point that it's an opportunity to get a slightly more extravagant shot away, but he's just been done by the length and the movement. And this will see Rohit Paudel, hugely experienced Nepal captain, come out to the crease, who has got a job to do here. Yeah, big kind of backlift. Look at this, the backlift goes up, looking to go down the ground, and just done with the ball nipping back. It's a beautiful bit of bowling. Two for 2 after 8.5, and Namibia very much in the ascendancy, having won the toss, selecting to bowl first here.
A lot of work cut out for the skipper here. 23-year-old, almost 24. It's come up through the ranks and through the pathway of Nepal cricket.
Yeah, made his debut when he was 15. Played in the first ODI, of course, that Nepal played in. That was here in the Netherlands back in 2018. A little flat-footed there. Well, that's a very good finish to the over. Another excellent over, and well, JJ Smith's been superb. 2 for 12, 22 for 2, 9 gone.
The question now, Johnny, is will Erasmus keep Smith on?
I'd front load this. I really would. I would keep Smith on, definitely 5 down. I'd burn another couple at the very least here, because you've got a chance of reducing Nepal to 40 for 4, 40 for 5, that kind of territory. Look at those figures, 2 for 12, absolutely superb from JJ Smith. Trumpelman has played his part as well, 1 for 9, and he'll keep going as well by the look of it.
Some disciplined bowling here from Smith. Lots of control, lots of maturity. So final over of the power play, Trumpelman.
Soft hands. Very nicely played by Asif Sheikh. Yeah, I first saw Rohit Paudel play, actually, in the flesh, actually, when he was a 19-year-old. Playing for the TU Army Club out in Barawa, up in Lumbini, the land of Gautam Buddha. About a 45-minute flight from Kathmandu. This is going back a few years now. Oh, edge! Safely. The third man will come into play. Just a single added to the total.
I don't think Trumpelman will mind that. He's got a specific field set for that very shot. Just some slight bit of width. Asif throwing his hands at it. So not really in control.
Oh, in the air! Gone! Has it taken a bit of bat? No, just off the helmet. That's the indication. Vicious delivery. Absolute snorter from Chumpelman.
Yeah, we knew the shot boy ploy was on from the start. The skipper here gets a rude awakening. Right on the badge. Vicious from Trumpelman.
It's as good a short ball as you're ever going to see. Back of a length, isn't it? It's not short, it's back of a length, that. Going through the concussion test here. Usually a few pre-arranged questions.
Have you had to do one of those?
Yeah, I have. I have. Funnily enough, actually, it was slipping in a harbour as opposed to out in the cricket field. But I've still asked the same questions because it was on a cricket tour. But yeah, hesitation's what they look out for. You may come up with the right answers, but if you hesitate in responding, that's your first indicator. If you get your questions wrong, then you are in. You definitely you march straight off. But the hesitation is the big giveaway. As a general rule with these concussion tests, have you had one, Dixon?
I've always been so quick to run away. And actually, I think it was actually against the same bowler, Ruben Trumpelman, playing a club match and playing a franchise cricket match. But tell you what, take nothing from Rohit. He comes back on and plays an immaculate shot the very next delivery. I wanted to say earlier, I mean, getting hit at that pace and not really flinching afterwards and still standing still, it tells you what kind of a tough athlete he is.
So back facing Trumpelman, tell me.
Yeah, I think it was 3-4 years ago, one of these franchise tournaments that we have in Namibia, and yeah, and of course he's a younger man than I am. And
I've seen you play. You can do it, my friend.
See, cricket is a funny thing when you get to sort of like these ages of over 35. You still think you've got it. But there's no way you can compete with a 23, 24, 25-year-old. And especially guys that are playing at consistently and practicing at this level. So want more delivery into this over.
Well, that concludes the first 10. And what a good 10 overs it's been for Namibia as well, having had no hesitation, winning the toss earlier on today, having a little bowl, and it's been the perfect start. 25 for 2, Nepal.
Indeed, a good power play here.